Hello, citizens. I'm Bear Claw Billie, and this is Dinner for a Movie. If you send me dinner, I'll watch any movie. Go to this email address, and maybe you can put food in my mouth and force me to watch things. Today's dinner comes from Shannon, who has nothing to plug and just wanted me to enjoy. The dinner that Shannon has provided me is this, the Batman Crazy Calzone from Little Caesars, which honestly is not very appetizing looking, but I also got crazy bread and crazy sauce and cherry Pepsi, and also they gave me a Batman poster, but I kind of scuffed it on the way out. So you're probably wondering what today's movie is and whether or not it has anything to do with a Batman or even possibly the Batman. And the answer to your inquiry is that today's movie is, in fact, Batman. Now, to all you Keaton fans out there, sorry to disappoint you, old chum. This is, in fact, the 60s Batman movie with Adam West and Burt Ward, and it's kind of a tradition on this show that I get the title of the movie wrong, and as a matter of fact, the Blu-ray that I own actually says the title of the film is Batman the Movie. However, when it was released, it was called simply Batman. So it's Burton who's wrong. That title was taken. He should have called his Batman the Movie, or something else interesting like Batman : Get Nuts. I'm going to talk to you about the pizza. I tried to find the most Little Caesars colored shirt I own. And I want you to know, I'm not here to speak ill of Little Caesars Pizza. I'm actually a fan of the $5 Take and Ready. I think it's $6 now. But I do know that it has a very short lifespan. You got to start eating that thing within 5 minutes before it goes from heaven to trash. And the Batman Crazy Calzone is no exception. It kind of showed up looking like trash. And I'll be honest with you, I started setting all my lights and stuff up as fast as possible because I knew it was going to get grody very fast. The calzone part with the little julienne cut pepperoni I think was better than the pizza part. It did have a flappy wing. It's kind of funny to me that the logo that they are using for the current Batman movie that this pizza is supposed to be promoting kind of looks nothing like the logo that the pizza is shaped like. It looks kind of like a cross between like Affleck and Kilmer, like kind of squished together. Other people have pointed out it also looks like a maxi pad. But anyway, for my money, you can just get it taken ready and, just do a Batman voice while you eat it. So I should tell you that I actually put this challenge forward on Twitter that if anyone bought me the Little Caesars Batman Calzone, I would watch any movie with Batman in it. Doesn't have to be like titular Batman movie, just any movie with Batman in it. Lots of possibilities, lots of choices. So I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled when Shannon picked the Adam West Batman movie because, my God, I've always loved it. I was so glad I didn't have to sit through any cut of Justice League again. 66 is just so great. I love the movie. I also love the series, which I have in its entirety on Blu-ray. It's a beautiful restoration. If you don't have time to watch the whole show, the Batman movie is a perfect little taste of what the show is like, and it really pulls out all the stops. This is where I give my spoiler-free take. If you care about spoilers for the 1966 Batman movie, quite simply, it is a blast. It is a lot of fun. I consider Adam West Batman to be kind of like a vibe more than a plot. Like, if you're focusing on the plot, you really don't get it. I'm not going to say that, like, Adam West is the purest Batman. You know, I get that it's silly and it's goofy, but, like, it knows it's silly and it's goofy, and it does it really well. So if you've never seen any Adam West Batman, I'd say just watch the movie. It'll give you an idea of what you're looking at, and then you can watch the show if you want to watch more. But it is a hoot. It is an absolute hoot. That's my spoiler-free take. Everyone should see Adam West Batman movie for sure. All right, going to the notes. You know what was really awkward starting this movie up? It belongs to 20th Century Fox. That's right, Marvel owns a Batman thing. I believe the show aired on ABC and 20th Century Fox has the rights, which is just wild because you'd think a lot of people would want to see the Adam West Batman show, but they're never going to put that on Disney+. Right from the beginning of the movie, they set the tone. There's a message on a brick wall that says, it's dedicated to enemies of crime and fun lovers. And then the very next card is, if we missed any category of lover, We deeply apologize. That sets the tone right there. A lot of people make fun of Adam West Batman for like being stupid, but like it knows it's stupid, and that's the magic of the formula. Like, it's made for the whole family. It needs to work on a level that a kid can follow it and an adult can laugh at how campy it is. It's kind of like Leslie Nielsen in Police Squad, like where it's just like, the more straight-faced they are, the funnier it is. So, like, they are completely straight-faced about, like, wherever crime is happening, we'll be there. And, like, everyone is, like, saluting them as they fly through the air. And they're like, my God, only Batman could save us. But Batman is an insane psychopath, and most of his detective logic is bunk. And it's great. And if you want to talk about, like, how action-packed this one is, yo, this has Joker, Riddler, Catwoman, and the Penguin. Also, you get the Bat Boat, the Bat Copter, the Batmobile, the Bat Cycle. It's all in this. And like, all the villains have something to do, and they have a plot to take over the world. It's just that beautifully big, campy, high-stakes stuff you love to see. It's also just a world that's fun to hang out in. Elephant in the room, though, like, Batman loves cops. Like, this show is like a fascist wet dream, but the fact that it's so childlike, that it has like a child's idea of good and evil, almost kind of makes it funnier. For all these dark, gritty takes on Batman, like, I feel like this one actually gets to the heart of, like, yikes, this is what he thinks, like, justice is? Like, case in point, all the Riddler's riddles in this movie are stupid, and, like, intentionally so. Like, they can't be solved. Like, at one point, no joke, they have an altercation at C, and they're like, C, like the letter C, for Catwoman. And they're right. Again, fascist wet dream. I wish I could idiot my way into crime and kick some ass. They wink across the fourth wall. They know what they're doing. They are absolutely aware that all of this is silly and ridiculous. At one point, the Batcopter crashes and it lands at a foam rubber convention. And then they just talk about, what are the odds of that? And like, they know. They're looking right at you and they're like, yeah, what are the odds? The thing that really works about Adam West Batman is fun. Like, every moment on the show, every frame is trying to be as fun as possible. The music is grooving, the acting is coming in at a 15 out of 10, the costumes and the sets are super colorful, like, the cinematography is always, like, wacky and wild, like, more Dutch angles than Battlefield Earth. Look yonder, Batman! Everything is always 110% about fun. And to give you an idea of what it would be like if they toned it down just a little, you can look at the Wonder Woman TV show. I'm not about to knock Queen Linda. I love the show. I have the box set of that too. But, you know, sometimes it slows down and it tries to be a little more real world than Batman. And as a result, people are usually more likely to throw on an episode of Adam West than they are to throw on an episode of Linda Carter. Again, they're both great in their own right, but like, Batman is just like really focused on like, this is fun for everybody. There's so much ridiculous stuff in this movie. Porpoises nobly give their lives to save Batman and Robin because somehow the animal kingdom recognizes that these are crime-fighting do-gooders and they lay their lives on the line for them, which again just sounds like a delusional person being like, I'm the hero, and even animals understand that. Maybe I'm sounding like a broken record, but like, the show works because kids and adults can get it. Like, the Penguin uses the alias of P.N. Gwyn. Of course that's obvious. Of course that would be a terrible alias. But if you're a 6-year-old, you're like, P.N. Gwyn? Oh no! Like the anagrams in Harry Potter, or how everyone's name is Latin for the thing they secretly are. Like, you can't mock one and not the other. Like, they know what they're doing. They know that's a terrible alias, but the kids get it, and the kids go, yay, I figured it out. Another thing that I love, all the labels in Adam West Batman, every single piece of equipment has a gigantic label on it. And like, for the adults, it's funny because why would you have that? But for the kids, they can just read it and be like, oh, I know what that is. Like, again, it is a perfect show for the whole family, and the movie's no exception. Though, at one point, I noticed one of the labels is the super molecular dust separator, and I remember thinking, hey, that's not Batman's, or it would be the Bat molecular dust separator. He stole that from Superman. But almost every other label, if it doesn't belong to a villain, has Bat this, Bat that all over it. This one famously has the shark flavored bat repellent spray. I forget. Shark repellent bat spray. I love that it's got shark and bat in the name. I can see a guy who's not Batman being like, wait, does this repel sharks or bats? Ah! I'll also throw this out there. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. That sequence is brilliant. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Like, I saw a thread literally earlier today about how a lot of Batman movies actually don't have great action. And I'm like, you know what? The Some Days You Can't Get Rid of a Bomb sequence, in addition to being hilarious, he almost throws the bomb at, like, nuns and a baby and a marching band. It's great. But, like, it's also genuinely tense. You're like, how's he gonna get rid of it? Admittedly, at the end, he just kind of runs off screen and there's a kaboom and they figure it out later. But like, just watching him run with it, it's like, oh my gosh. Like, I know this is silly, Batman, but like, I'm actually like, what's he gonna do? There's a moment where he narrowly misses exploding some people at the bar, and Robin is like, oh, they're drinkers. Why would you save them? And he's just like, they may be drinkers, Robin, but they're also human beings. Name any other Batman who said something like that, where like, well, even though I may think that, you know, they've made some bad choices, they're still people and we've got to protect them. What other Batman has said that? Most Batmans just want to kick the shit out of poor people. I wonder why I don't like Batman. Well, I mean, I like Batman, but it's this Batman. And the whole thing ends with, like, wacky 60s fisticuffs. If you've ever watched, like, a live-action Disney movie from the 60s, they just love to end with, like, slapstick fights, and this is no exception. They just have a complete slap around on a sub at the end. All the villains, all the heroes, every character, everybody's just having a slap time. There's a cat in a little boat at some point. It's the best. Random note, there's a scene where they have to wear surgical masks, and Robin wears his over his nose, and Batman does not. And then the ending of the movie, truly, it's so good. Like, it's kind of hard to not just go through this and be like, all the gags are great. Let me spoil them for you. So Joker has a gun that sucks all the water out of people and turns them into dust. And then the dust gets all mixed up. So Batman and Robin have to unmix the dust. And when they go to rehydrate these people, they're all like members of the UN or whatever the Gotham equivalent of the UN is. They go to put them back together, but they've accidentally swapped minds. So every delegate has the mind of a different delegate and is speaking in a different language now. And Batman and Robin just walk away. They don't save the day. They ruin everything. And Batman tries to justify it as like, well, maybe the world would be a better place if we all spoke each other's languages. Anyway, awkward back out credits. I love it so much. This movie is phenomenal. Watch it, watch it, watch it. If you've seen it, watch it again. It's so good, you guys. Thank you again to Shannon for picking the best movie and the most questionable pizza. I'm so grateful. If you would like to pick the next dinner for a movie, you can do it at this email address. If you like the music, I made that. You can check out my website. You can check out my Patreon. That's right. If you love this, give me money. And I've got to go down a bat pole to the Billy copter. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.